before they gave you the second plasma and before they were going to intubate you,
Mm-hmm.
were you conscious of what they were going to do? And if you were conscious, do you recall like any feelings or any emotion of what you're experiencing at that time? Like, was there any shock? Like, oh my God, they're gonna like intubate me.
You know, it's interesting, Dean. I was kind of in and out. I know that I fell asleep while they were giving me this medication. It knocked me out. It felt like I was so tired, exhausted. But I didn't know what's going on most of the time. But at the same time, I was aware in a way. And even when they talk about in, intubation and all that stuff, it's like just no feeling. It's kind of weird. However, when I was more conscious, like awake, after like a I think like the end of second week, I felt a little better, and that's when I begin to kind of feel a little more like when I actually have that realization that I may die from this. That's when I think I mentioned in the other interview that I felt fear, scared, question like, oh my God, I'm still young, or how my family would feel. They would cry, they would be so sad. And there's a lot of things I haven't done that I want to do, like traveling the world like we did. But also realization too that like a lot of people now they worry about money, right, Dean? It made
Exactly.
me realize that I can't even take one penny if I have to go that moment. Even if I have $1 million in my bank, it would not mean nothing. And it makes me realize that the most important thing that we should cherish and value is health, good health. That doesn't matter what age. So when I was discharged, I'm determined that I'm gonna be better. So it's like after the first week, I can barely walk. But you notice I went out and walked. I dragged myself, and I was like, just like two step, and I was like out of breath, and I would stop and stood in the middle of the street and look at my pulse oximeter and make sure that everything's okay. Then I take another two step again. It was scary experience during the first few weeks coming back home as well, because when I walked, it scared me many times because of the heartbeat and the heart palpitation, and then I wasn't able to take that deep breath, and I was like, you know, I would go into a little panic when I walk and then not able to like take a full breath. It's so hard to describe the experience, Dean, until you actually have that experience yourself of how painful and how scary it makes you feel. And I'm sure if you get to ask and talk to a lot of COVID patients who have gone to that severe pneumonia like I did, they all can share pretty much the same experience, scary and fearful. So I'm even, I'm always been in the health and wellness, but it makes me more determined that my focus is going to be in health and wellness, and even to be able to share the experience and even to advocate everyone to really take care of their health, to work out, to eat well. Workout's very, very important. I have done that all my life, and I still, thanks to that, I'm able to push myself to do it. And I think part of my quick recovery has to do with daily walking that I have done.
Well, the walking is always beneficial for everyone.
Yes,
So that's
yes.
good that you incorporated that into your lifestyle prior to even this.
Yeah, well, because it makes it easier.
Mm-hmm.
There's no laziness, there's no procrastination, because if you never built that into the habit, I think it would be hard for me even go for a walk, and my healing recovery process would be a lot longer. I have to say that. So walking daily is so crucial because the oxygen just fill into your lung more, and open up and heal your scars. Because I do have scarring, but I think for some reason this fresh oxygen will heal your scar. I believe in that. So because I can actually breathe a lot deeper now, and every week it's better. So I even think to myself that starting in next few weeks, I'm gonna start to trying to lose weight because I gain a lot from steroid, um, and also start lifting weights again slowly and get back into the healthy lifestyle again, because there's nothing like a good health. No amount of money. Look, I mean, I can't work because my health is, I'm not the same way.
Right.
So if you're being like that, how important it is to even have money but not able to really enjoy doing things that you like to do. you
Right.
know it's a lot of things you can't do. And 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 this is why it's like I advocate a lot, like, hey, work out, go walk, even just simple walking, do that, get into the habit. So important. And I think one of the reasons that I recover faster than average too is because of my regular workout before COVID, Dean. I think my lung was strong, so I was able to fight. Hadn't been that, I probably wouldn't make it, because my God, it felt so heavy here. It's just hard to describe, Dean. So wear your mask, be cautious, social distancing. You know, this is real. This virus is, I mean, I don't care if it's conspiracy, whatever. They may be real, maybe they're not. However, the experience of having this virus and pneumonia is so real. And I would not wish anyone to have this experience, Dean.
Tina, I want to ask you a question
Hmm.
going back to a touch point we discussed in a prior episode where you mentioned that you had PTSD.
Yes.
Since you shared that you were feeling excruciating pain going down your face while you were lying down,
Hmm.
and because you didn't know whether your health was going to improve and not improve on a
Hmm.
daily basis, do you
Right.
think that may have been a contributor to the PTSD that you're feeling today?
I think part of it, yes, but I think now that I think about it, is having to do a lot with fears. It may trigger something, um, because the experience was scary. You gave for air,
Traumatic.
Dean.
Hmm.
It can be any moment. And coming from being so strong and healthy to totally opposite end, and being so vulnerable, and the condition triggers that deepest fear inside of me, that this is going to be forever. Gosh, I'm still young. I'm in my 50, and what if I live up to 80 years old? From now to that point, am I going to be in this condition, right?
Right.
And to have this feeling of no oxygen, gaping for air, and even just tiny movement, or even feel my heart palpitate, and felt like I was going to have a heart attack.
Do you mind
Now I know it's so.
demonstrating
Mhm.
how you were gasping for air, just so that
Yeah,
you could
like,
provide demonstration?
well, yeah, I have this high flow oxygen through a tubing, and then I have the oxygen mask, secondary, oxygen right by me. And let's say if the nurse say, "Hey, no, Tina, can you try to move up?" So when I try to move up, next thing you know, I'll be like, and I grab the mask. I gotta make sure. I mean, it's like consciously, is like I mask is right next to me. I have to make sure that it's right next to me, and I would grab and then breathe in like this, and I'll be like, help, help. I would call the nurse and help. I can't breathe. I can't. And I'll be like, and my heartbeat just go up, and I feel like heavy here, like I was gonna have heart attack. And all my sensation, all my like, about fight or flight,
Yeah,
that's
the fight or
like,
flight response. Mhm.
yes, that's the response that I have. It's like to the extreme. When you out of oxygen, Dean, I don't care how strong you are and how confident, or you're gonna panic. You already, I wasn't able to breathe on my own. So imagine even on top of it, losing the oxygen through this tiny movement, on top of not able to open your lung. So it was already difficult to breathe in the beginning, and then relying on these oxygens, and then all this combination, Gene, it caused the panic, and the panic becomes fear, and it's just not something that you expect. It's not something I never expected. I never experienced. So this caught me off guard, and so when I felt that, it's like I was going like this, trying to fill in my lungs with the oxygen, with the air. And so you begin to panic. And the nurse came in, and the nurse said, "You okay, okay?" And I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not." You know. And then your tears coming down from that, being so scared, and you felt it. Doesn't matter if the nurse said, "Hey, you're okay, you're not." No, I wasn't okay. I didn't I didn't have enough air in my lung. I was not okay. So Dean is like, "You're fighting for your life." And I went like this, and I just hold on to my mask, and I was panicking. I was panicking, and that's not my nature.
Right.
You know me for a long time.
Hmm.
I'm pretty much a very strong person. I'm not someone who panic. Pretty go lucky, and I think with that, even if it's just been like just a few weeks in the hospital, the experience of having this, in the ER, was strong enough to trigger that fear, to trigger that PTSD. It's strong enough in the short term. Because you're talking about life and death. You're talking about no oxygen. And that's only can take 1 minute or 30 seconds of lack of oxygen for you to go. You see that? So so I think this is one of the reasons why, when any feeling of not having oxygen comes in, I start to panic, because it brings back the memories of the first couple of weeks in the hospital. You see, when the experience being repeated again, the similar experience, it got me to panic. It got me to have this like intense fear. So I think maybe that's what they're classify as a PTSD. This is stress. Sure. And especially when you hear a lot of news, a lot of people are in the hospital, and your mind begins to play with you like, oh my God, what if it happened to you again? Or what if you can't see the doctor again? Or all this reason, your mind begin to play tricks with you because of that experience and that fear that comes in. It's crazy. I think fear is kind of, you know, uh, um, play the tricks on you, and it can be scary, but when you deal with the matter of life and death, it's scary, Dean. Yeah.
Do you now
Hmm.
feel that that could ever come back to you again, where you will be in that same position?
I hope not. I hope not. I don't think so. And I hope not because, my last x-ray show no infiltrate, just scarring. And I think the scarring can actually be improved. I believe that by doing regular walks and exercise and staying positive, I'm still a positive person, can improve unless the mutated strand of COVID is totally different from what I got. So even though if I have these antibodies from the COVID, it may not work with the new strand or new mutation. We all don't know that. None of us have answer to this. So God forbid that happened to me again with another strand or mutated strand. I hope not. I'm more conscious now. I'm more cautious and more. I wear a mask all the time. I hope that doesn't happen to me again, Dean, because my Lord, to having to go through this experience again. And they're talking about this new mutation is they're starting to say that this is more dangerous than the current one, the one from Africa.
Right.
And I go, oh my God, how if it's worse than the original one, I go, my God, we are gonna
Mm,
drop like flies. It's gonna be super scary. This is not something that you take lightly. And this is not a kind of virus that you can actually like trust that it's gonna get better. I don't know what's a long term side effect or symptom this is gonna be. Hopefully not long term. I do know that I'm feeling better and better each week, Dean. Um, so I hope not, and I just wanted to remind to everyone to wear masks, to be careful, to believe this is real, no matter what the story behind is. Yeah, there's a conspiracy story behind it. There's a story about hoax. There's a story about bioweapon, whatever it is. It could be real. All those stories. However, do you want to have this experience of catching it and have it enter into your lungs and having to go through what I have gone through? It's not even worth it.
mm-mm.
Not even worth it even afterwards. Like let's say you catch the flu, Dean, and after you catch the flu, you still be able to like, do things that you used to do. Maybe not as well, right? But with this virus, it knock you out like completely complete. You're not the same person. You're like having to relearn everything, relearn how to walk, relearn how to do everything. You cannot do anything. And you feel like a sick person, you feel like an old person. That's what it makes you feel like really sick, really weak, really old, and really unhealthy. And but I have a willpower to fight for it and get better and feel stronger and go back to feel the way I used to feel, very healthy and very strong. But some people may not have that and may
Good
go
point.
downhill. Yes,
Good point.
everyone is different. I used to train my mind to work out and fight. And, when you train to work out, Dean, you know that 'cause you work out all the time too
Hmm.
for years, and you know that it takes a lot of mental discipline to get up. Like you and I, we just get up so early and just get to work out. We do that. It takes a lot of discipline, and it's not for everyone, right? So, everybody's gonna be healing differently, and I hope everyone heals well and heals better. Yeah,
Very good point.
hmm
Very, very good point.
yeah. Just I cannot believe that this actually happened to me and I have to go through this. But I guess shit happened. Things happen, shit happen. We have to live with it, and we just have to move on and be positive about it. And actually, like right now, we're just sharing, so everyone don't have to go through what I have to go through, or everyone can actually feel better.
Hmm.
You know, down the road, more and more people catch them. They probably like want to find out how to make them feel better, and hopefully, through all these video that we do, can help people that listen to it, Dean. Yeah, to not take it lightly.
and also to provide hope that
Yes,
there is an end towards the goal, which
mhm,
is a better recovery for yourself or whoever else may have this or going through this.
absolutely, absolutely. Definitely that's hope. I do feel better each month. Perhaps next video we can actually share and talk about like what are my symptoms each month, Dean, and it's less and less and less. Some symptoms actually disappear already. We can talk about that and share with the audience. So that will show them that yeah, this is actually improving. There's hope for better, being better, bettering ourselves in our health. And I have to say, like the first month, my God, all the symptoms that everyone felt, I have all that. Second month, I still feel it. It's the same because of information and all that. But third month, it's time to get better. But now, finishing the fourth month, I'm going on to the fifth month of my healing. I start to like, when I think about, okay, you know what? My headache actually gone. My dry skin, extreme dry skin, and my dry hair and hair falling out actually gone, you know. So I'm like, oh, okay. I remember every day, Dean, I used to have this splitting headache, and I'm not the one person that have headache in my life. You never heard me talk about headache at all
Nope.
before
Mm-mm.
COVID. No. But with COVID, yes. I had it like throbbing headache every day for like a good 2 months. Even have to take Tylenol just to subdue the pain or headache and pressure. And I talked to doctor about it, and he even sending me to the MRI scan for the brain just to make sure that that's nothing. But my lord, it was just like I can feel everything in my head, a lot of pressure, like 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 something penetrate in like a sharp pain and pressure pain, throbbing pain, just all sort of pain in my head. Weird. I never had that before. Not the person who have headache in my life. You see that? But this month I noticed that I haven't been feeling that. So thank God.
Good, good.
Thank God, yes. So just to share that, yes, there's hope and time will heal. But you have to put an effort. You have to be proactive too in healing yourself. Don't give up. Always connect to your doctors. Get the follow ups all the time. Don't wait because doctors are busy. You have to like, hey, you know what? Can I get the X-ray? Can I get the next X-ray once a month just to see how your lungs look, if it's improved or not, if you need more medication or not. So you have to do all this, which I did, Dean. I mean, I stay on top of it because I was so scared of getting worse. And I'm glad I did all that. So this is something I would like to just kind of recommend to everyone. Be proactive with your
Hmm.
health. Be proactive and be connect to your doctor. Make sure you have X-ray, you know, uh, uh, regularly just to check on your lungs. Make sure that if you need your steroid or you need your antibiotics or not, and make sure you have all the appointments to check your kidney, your liver, your pancreas, everything. Because of all the medications and virus can attack all those part of your body. So why not asking your doctor to get all those tests done just to
Right.
make sure blood test everything because it affects your blood a lot. Yeah, it changed everything. It changed your body, and I'm telling you, it doesn't feel good. You feel like tired. You feel weak all the time. Yeah, so it's not a good feeling to go through. So
Tina, I
mhm,
think this is a good stopping point,
yes,
and we can continue this next week. And I believe we should touch upon the aspect of hope since we brought it up for this week,
sure, yeah,
because I
definitely.
because I know you always emphasize hope and your determination to get better. So we
Hmm.
can probably address that in the next episode also.
Absolutely, Dean. Thank you. Thank you
Oh,
for your
thank
time
you.
today. Yeah, no, thank you. And I hope this video helped those who have COVID and have experienced, and survive through it like I
Hmm.
did. And if you listen to it, there's hope. And, if you have any question, just post, comment, and of course, subscribe to
Subscribe, share, and like.
exactly. And post any comment. Either Dean or I will answer your question. We can help you the best we can. And that's what we're here for. We just share and be able to help and encourage hope and, healing to everyone. So thank you, Dean. Thank you
No,
very much.
you're welcome, and thank you for sharing your time with us.
Anytime. So until then,
Okay.
next episode, we'll
All
talk
right.
more about. Thank you, Dean.
You're
Aloha.
welcome. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye bye. Take
Bye.
care.